Okay, YouTube, this is Acid Roots. I'm going to review Incubus's 1999 album, Make Yourself. Now, this is one of their most successful albums. It went double platinum, and between that one and Morning View, this was where they kind of hit a big stride, despite the fact that a lot of their albums, I think at least more than two or three, have, some heralded status to them. So this is one that I wanted to cover just because it feels like this is one of their apexes, despite the fact that I don't think that they burnt out, later down the road in the decade. But we've only gotten two albums from them since 2005, and they're getting ready to drop an album in the spring, but I wanted to add this to one of the groups of folks that I know rather well. So with that, we have their breakout album, Make Yourself. So the trick to Incubus is the fact that they somewhat do alternative metal. They kind of do a little bit of funk and psychedelic type stuff, but then they also do metal and new metal even. So they are a pretty grand type thing. Like Kid Rock was one of the ones that I felt kind of did rap rock and new metal at the same time, but these guys do a bunch of different styles on here, and it works pretty well. To first start off with the singles, I definitely want to say that I like these approaches that they handle. Drive is almost like your typical pop rock song. I mean, this really feels like something Everlast would do. I mean, it's got the acoustic guitar on there, and it really sounds like a radio friendly, ready to go song. So you can tell by the hook, but then this is as good as that song is. It's some folks will say it's not the best moments, but the best moment, and I'd probably say there's other singles I like more, but this is not a bad song. It works for folks who only know the largest hits. Here's one for you. It hit number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it lasted, I think it actually hit its stride in the summer of 2001. So that's something. I've heard that song in my lifetime. The next one is Pardon Me, and this one kind of sounds like a new metal type song, and this is another one that I enjoyed. I like this approach. Now, this is more of the style that was going on in the year 2000. You had Disturbed doing this, and you had Godsmack doing this, Papa Roach, these sorts of folks who were out around the time. It's refreshing seeing Incubus's take on this. The next one is Stellar. This is probably one of my favorite songs on the album just because it's so psychedelic, true to my name, Acid Roots. Almost said acidic. Acid Roots. Yeah, this is definitely the type of song that I would, listen to. It's got some. It really, I mean, it just feels like funk. This is really the thing. I like the feel of it. I was kind of hoping for another song that was like that song. I think I Miss You is a song like that, but there really aren't too many songs like Stellar, and it's good. I mean, it's relaxing. It has a very, there's a word for it, soothing. Yeah, it's very soothing. So between all that, really, I think you're going to like the singles from this project. But beyond that, this album, just like I would say Significant Other by Limp Bizkit and White Pony by Deftones, I definitely feel like this one packs a punch. So it's a full-fledged album, not just one you go for the radio song. So this is tight. This is definitely plus things that we're getting here. So amongst all these styles, you have your new metal songs like Privilege and When It Comes. Then you have some alternative metal songs like Consequence and Out From Under. You have your pop rock and more type charting songs like Drive. and then you have some funk rock from their older days like Stellar. But I mean, I found myself wanting more Stellar and that sort of thing. But it almost felt as if all these different things that Incubus was trying to do that we didn't quite get, we just didn't get enough room to breathe. I mean, all these singles they charted well, but I don't know why, if they had such a breakout album, that they did not seem to want to go farther than that. I mean, Drive, based upon the success that Drive had, I know that probably lasted for, half good 3 or 4 months, and they just figured, well, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. I can't make guesses, but you never know why. I mean, it just seems strange why we didn't go for that fourth one, because for some strange reason, Incubus took off several years. I think there was Morning View, and then maybe one other album between Light Grenades and Morning View, but I don't really know why they took off 5 and then 6 years between 2006 and now. So I liked every song on this album except for four. So 9 out of 13. So that's Nowhere Fast, The Warmth, Battle Stars, Shellactica, and I Miss You were the only songs I didn't appreciate. I want to go back and listen to I Miss You. I'm thinking that could be like a secret hit that I wind up liking later, which would make it 10 out of 13. So score is going to get a 9. I think I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 3 hit singles. I liked all the singles. They worked. They had different styles. They executed the styles well. I wish there would have been some promotional singles, but basically everything I wanted I got. So yeah, I agree. I mean, I agree with the fans and say that this is a hit. And the social score I will give an 8. I mean, obviously the song Drive and the other 2 singles charted pretty well, but I still feel like we should have went for 4 or something. But uh, subscribe for more fun. Incubus is getting ready to drop an album within the next 3 or so months. And there's one more thing I wanted to mention. Can this record be topped? Not really. I mean, just one more single, but other than that, it has the magic. So subscribe for more fun.